We're at the Casa Grande Recreational Center. We had a forum tonight for District 3.
I think it was a brilliant idea to do it. There was a lot of questions.
Some panelists that were a cross-section of typical type of people that would contact my office. And then on the other side, I had some staff members that could help me answer questions.
One of the biggest challenges that any elected official has, and any municipality or county, is how do you communicate with your citizens? And what's the best way to communicate to your citizens? I think it helps show that the county cares about its citizens. And that's, I think, one of the most important things. The same thing with us. The more I can communicate, the more I think people understand that we do care and we are listening to our community.
The purpose of tonight was to really give an example of how my office works, because I get questions from a whole cross-section of people throughout the county for all kinds of needs and wants or concerns, and I take them in, get answers for those questions, and then I go back to them with the answers. So I just kind of want to show that we have a whole array of questions that come through the county, and then how we process them.
Yeah, water always comes up in every conversation that I have with people.
Water has so many aspects to it and so many needs. It's hard to really just drill down on any one thing and say, okay, now you got it, because there's just too much to it.
There's water law, there's access to water. People they get a little bit bajiggity when all they hear in the news is Arizona's out of water. Well, Arizona's not out of water. We've been dealing with water for a long time, and we'll continue to deal with it. We'll continue to find solutions.
The solutions are going to be three-pronged. You probably have access to some well water. You're going to have to recycle or reuse your affluent water that comes from your house or your subdivision. And then everybody's going to participate in some surface water that's going to come from outside this Pinal AMA someday, somehow. And so that's really the kind of the programs that I've been working on and trying to nurture to have a solution someday that is viable and effective. I said to my staff this afternoon, I said, we're going to hear water and we're going to hear transportation. We heard transportation. Everything from freeway interchanges to can I get a curb and a sidewalk in my subdivision? Those needs are out there, and they're probably a lot bigger than we know. I always look at it, all the time I've been an elected official, these people are paying property taxes, and they pay property taxes for us to take care of the right-of-way. And when we don't take care of the right-of-way, it doesn't look good on us. And I want us to own up to that. And so I'm always looking for ways. But as you heard from Joe Ortiz, the challenges of just to maintain the bad roads we have, what did he say? C and D ratings. It costs $13 million just to keep them at C and D. That is scary. So it's, the dollars are the most difficult part of this whole thing, but we'll take those challenges on and we'll figure it out. This was an opportunity, and I have to tell you, I probably should do this more often, and I will do it more often in the future, because what I heard was something that I would not get on a regular basis. It would be difficult for me to catch all this information. I have people taking notes, and so we were able to take in a lot of information that we can approach, or we can work on now in the future.
This gives him a voice, and it gives him a chance to listen to the community. And I think that's so important. And we've said it several times, you cannot have too much communication, and you cannot listen enough. They tend to understand. Like, if you tell them, well, I can't do that because of this, and then you give them a good answer, and they go, okay, I get it. I may not like it, but I get it.
I was very pleased with the reactions from everybody, and they gave me a lot of thanks and said that they enjoyed it, and it was informational to them, and that's what was the important part of this, is getting the information to them.